Hey guys, this is your host Nitin Binhani, and a very warm welcome to my startup podcast channel Jazair Audio, where we share real stories with real learnings.
Today, we're tackling a complex yet cautionary story about ambition, mismanagement, and a thin line between bold vision and financial recklessness. We're talking about the curious case of BluSmart and its complex financial entanglement with Gensol Engineering, as widely reported by the Morning Context. BluSmart was pitched as India's answer to sustainable ride-hailing, a bold challenger to giants like Uber and Ola, with an all-electric fleet that promised a cleaner, more premium experience. No surge pricing, no cancellations. It sounded like the future. But a darker picture has now emerged, one that's dragging down not just BluSmart, but also Gensol Engineering, a publicly listed company.
First, the disclaimer: the content of this podcast is based on media reports and is for informational purposes only. We do not verify the accuracy of the information presented, nor make any claims about the startups or individuals mentioned in this podcast.
Let's peel back the layers of this complex story into 5 parts. Part 1. The conflict of interest. Anmol Jaggi, the founder of BluSmart, also happens to be a major figure at Gensol Engineering. Meanwhile, Jaggi personally holds a 24% stake in BluSmart and his brother another 4.8%. So why is this a problem? Because Gensol has been propping up BluSmart's operations by buying electric vehicles and leasing them back to BluSmart, those very vehicles that form the backbone of BluSmart's service. Essentially, Gensol is acting like a financial lifeline without reaping any of the potential rewards. Gensol holds zero equity in BluSmart. You heard that right, zero ownership. It's a relationship that's not just questionable, but also a direct conflict of interest. But here's the kicker. BluSmart isn't exactly thriving. It's deep in the red, bleeding losses, and, in the process, dragging Gensol down with it. Part 2. The financial black hole. BluSmart has been raising funds since 2022, aiming for a massive rupees 2,000 crore, or $230 million. However, over the years, it has only managed to raise rupees 930 crore, or $107 million, across 9 funding rounds. On top of that, it's been racking up debt, with total borrowings escalating to rupees 797 crore, or $92 million, in FY 2023, up from rupees 269 crore, or $31 million in FY 2022, resulting in losses of over rupees 216 crore, or $25 million in the same period. You might think, hey, startups burn cash. That's part of the game. True. But the concern is that BluSmart's financial model isn't just shaky, it's unsustainable. It's stuck in a vicious cycle of debt, delayed payments, and financial missteps. In fact, former vendors have spoken out about overdue payments totaling nearly rupees 70 crore, or $8.2 million. Some of these vendors, fearing backlash, have chosen to stay anonymous. But the message is clear. BluSmart's financial woes are deep-rooted. Part 3. Gensol's gamble. And how is Gensol managing this? Not well. It's knee-deep in loans, buying cars that BluSmart leases at discounted rates. In April 2023, Gensol raised over rupees 600 crore, or $69.5 million, to purchase 5,000 passenger EVs and 1,000 cargo EVs. And the ROI appears slim. If BluSmart can't pay its dues, Gensol is left holding the bag. Worse still, BluSmart's expansion into new cities and even into Dubai, despite clear cash flow issues, seems like a classic case of overreach. According to industry experts, BluSmart ignored advice to focus on strengthening its base in Delhi before branching out. Instead, it stretched thin, launching in multiple geographies, thereby amplifying its financial strain. Part 4. A ratings downgrade and the domino effect. Things came to a head earlier this year when BluSmart defaulted on bonds worth rupees 30 crore, or $3.5 million. This default triggered a cascade of problems, including a ratings downgrade for Gensol by ICRA. Gensol's deep financial ties to BluSmart isn't showing much promise of profitability. The downgrade of Gensol led to market chaos, wiping out significant value and shaking investor confidence. ICRA's report was rather blunt. The relationship between Gensol and BluSmart is a financial liability. BluSmart's struggles could impair Gensol's ability to raise funds and maintain financial flexibility. It's a case of one company's missteps potentially sinking another. Part 5. The path forward of hard choices. So, what's Gensol's plan to dig itself out? It's trying to deleverage by selling assets. One major move is selling 3,000 EVs to Reflex Green Mobility for Rs 315 crore, or $36.5 million. On paper, this should help reduce Gensol's debt load, but there's a catch. This deal only transfers the debt to Reflex. It doesn't bring in fresh capital. It's like shifting the deck chairs on the Titanic. And what about BluSmart? If Gensol exits the picture, who will provide BluSmart with its essential fleet? And that's worrying. Gensol's venture into manufacturing electric three-wheelers under its newly acquired brand, Strom, adds another layer of complexity. Manufacturing is capital-intensive, risky, and slow to generate returns. For a company already under financial pressure, this feels like a gamble too far. Finally, lessons in leadership and risk. This entire saga begs a critical question. At what point does ambition become recklessness? Amol Jaggi's vision for BluSmart was commendable. The idea of creating a sustainable, premium ride-hailing service in India is bold and necessary. But vision without sound financial planning is a recipe for disaster. The arrangement between BluSmart and Gensol isn't just an operational challenge, it's an ethical one. Shareholders of Gensol deserve transparency and accountability. Instead, they're faced with murky financials, risky ventures, and a relationship that only benefits BluSmart with nothing for Gensol. So, as we conclude today's episode, there are two key takeaways. A. Startups need a robust, sustainable model. Burning cash is part of the game, but there's a fine line between strategic investment and financial recklessness. B. For leaders, trust is everything. Mismanaging shareholder trust can be as damaging as mismanaging funds. The BluSmart Gensol saga is still unfolding, and its outcome will serve as a critical case study for startups everywhere. Will they make the tough decisions needed to survive, or will they continue down a path that risks taking both companies down? Only time will tell. Folks, that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Join us next time as we continue exploring the dynamic world of startups and the valuable lessons from their journeys.